Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
Us! Check out our Patreon, our YouTube join. Guys, we get demonetized a lot. It happens. It was
Especially
like 12.
the last rant with the Xbox. Lots of fucks.
So I did bleep some. It helped, but then it didn't help, but it helped.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. YouTube is
Very
so inconsistent with that. So yeah,
accountant
thank you
review.
guys for supporting the show, forming the backbone of the mobile infantry, and keeping us going. It all helps. Visit on Patreon to support us directly. There's a YouTube join button here if it's more convenient for you. We just really appreciate
Or
your
subscribe
support.
to the channel because some of you aren't.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Alex, what the hell has been going on in gaming news part D?
Well, the first I want to... There's a special time of year where I get to torture OJ. It's for a good cause. Dr. Evil, one of our longtime moderators, is coming out as well.
This is nasty.
We do it for
I saw it.
charity.
He's got something.
I saw it.
And so what we do is we stream on Twitch, and then there's a wheel that when people don't...
Wheel of misfortune.
Misfortune. And as donations come in, we take turns spinning the wheel, and stuff happens. And I've made this...
What is that at the bottom? Oh,
you know
what
what
is
it
that?
is.
Is that what are those roaches in there?
These are silkworm pupae in
That's
vodka.
gross. I feel like throwing up right now.
and so-
I will not be doing.
He's like, hey,
I'm
look
not
what I
doing-
made, and send me a
Y'all,
picture. I'm like,
that's-
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate
I
you.
will be there, but
Yeah.
I will not be doing.
I also brought you guys some candy. You guys want to try one of those pieces of candy?
You go ahead. I feel like
durian.
That one's
This is
durian.
the grossest. If you don't know durian,
it's
it
stinky.
smells
smells like
so bad. It
gross
tastes gross.
gym socks.
This looks good though. This just looks like a mint.
You
A
go
peach.
ahead. I feel like I'm going to have a whole bunch on Friday.
Yeah. We have... you don't want to try it, OJ?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
If you want to
now.
see some hijinks and some awesome bits, OJ and Alex doing wacky things for a good cause,
Yeah.
come hang out with us on this Friday, which is May 9th.
It's floating.
What's floating? Yeah, the pupae. Oh, my God. Oh,
What?
pupae.
You got to give it a stir. Don't worry, I saved a bunch of these because I bought a lot of them.
I know
So
you did.
Wheel
I
of
know you
misfortune.
did.
Every time we do a shot of this, I'll make sure that there's a pupae in there because you don't want to rely on it. Yeah, just pouring out. So, all right. In gaming news, let's talk about despicable things. MonopolyGo has been really, really popular on your mom's phone. I don't know who's playing this, but I imagine it's all your parents.
Everyone
Stop
apparently
it.
is playing.
In 2 years,
Uninstall it from your phone. I'm talking to you. You know who it is.
how much money
You know who you are.
do you think they've made in 2 years?
2 years.
would say billions.
Listen, yeah, because we've been through this a few times.
It's
Let's
sad.
say 800 million. No,
No.
2 years?
2
2
years.
years?
800 million.
$1 billion.
It's maybe too far.
Final answers?
Yes.
Yes.
$5 billion.
What?
2 years.
I should have gone $1 billion.
'Cause
Half a
we
million
know-
every
yeah,
year?
we know they make dirty money.
Where's the money coming from? How do these people have money? Why are they spending all their money on shit that is not really even a game? A worthwhile game.
And this is why.
That's
They're
why
like,
you got to
why
go to
do
your
you-
mom and
why-
your dad and be like, what are you talking about? You don't have enough money for me to buy video games. You're spending $5 billion a year. No, $2.5 billion a year on Monopoly Go!
Why do we need to make good games if we could just make that and they make $5 billion in 2 years?
What's funny is people have been, for 30 years, the term for fake money is monopoly money. And people have been
They are
spending
making Monopoly money.
they've been spending their real money on fucking Monopoly money.
Wow.
millions a month?
Yeah, $5 billion
We
in 2
are
years is
in
absurd.
the wrong business.
Check out our new app.
Check
the
out our
Angry
new
Joe
show,
app, where
The Corporate Commander Show, where we feature all the best.
the more money
mobile
you
games.
insert, the higher the thumb goes.
Shit, man, we're getting old now. It's time to
yeah.
make money.
They put out this wonderful thing where they're talking about
Oh.
in-game friendships, and it's all so cool, and collaborations. And then as what's next? As we enter our third year, our mission is unchanged. So of course, because they're making $2.5 billion
Why would
a year,
they need to change
wanna
it?
continue to do
Jesus
everything.
Christ.
So that's depressing as shit. And when you
It
wonder
is.
why gaming gets worse, this is why. Because while you're
Prime
shitting
example.
or while you're at work pretending to work, you're on your phone and you drop a couple dollars to these people.
I'm really fucking mad at you if you have this on your phone and you've been spending money on it. Look in my face.
You can't.
Stop it. Stop it. Get help.
Stop.
Stop it.
And real games at the same time are dying. Evil Dead, the game, is being removed from sale just 3 years after its launch. Now, I could have told you this was going to happen because this was stupid. They decided to take that Epic money. No one wants to play games on Epic Game Store. The population of people who play is like this big.
Smaller and smaller.
And it was an entire 1 year locked away on Epic Game Store. And to be honest, the game wasn't great.
I want it to be good.
Yeah.
I want it to be better.
I wanted there was some promise, but the problem is the difference between there were some really talented killers, and you'd get into lobbies with people who had never played before, and it was a mess. And then so by the time it got to Steam, it had lost all of its Steam, and now it's being delisted. So unfortunately, Saber Interactive has decided that they're going to keep some servers up so people can still play if they really want to.
Okay.
But it's gone. So we've talked about this a bunch of times. There's a bunch of multiplayer games that were kind of fun that were Epic exclusives, and when they limit the amount of people that can play, they die. Killer Clowns, and I don't know. I mean, however many other ones that we've done before, but.
Friday the 13th one still?
Was that one also exclusive on Epic? That one kind of went away for a while. Yeah. Bad news for Apple. Apple can no longer collect fees on purchases made outside of the App Store in the U.S. We've been talking about them getting beat down in the EU, fined like $700 million or $500 million. And this is the first time that the U.S. has said, no, we have told you cannot do this. So when Epic wants to put Fortnite on the App Store and people leave the iOS environment to pay for their whatever it is you pay for on Fortnite, Apple can't claim to get that kind of money. And so that means that now Fortnite's coming back. So if you've been waiting for Fortnite to come back on your Apple product, it's a good day for you, and it's another bad day for Apple.
Epic is actually making some wins here in their battle against Apple. I did not expect it.
Yeah. So
it's pro consumer. I would imagine when one company like Apple has the lockdown on all that, it usually isn't good.
Yeah. Originally, what happened is Epic argued that you shouldn't be able to take a 30% commission. The court agreed, and so Apple said, "Fine, we won't take a 30% commission.
29.
What we're going to do is they added a 27% commission to op-app purchases. So it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's different.
It's because it comes late. It's later.
Yeah.
And the court's like, hey, no, absolutely not.
Look, we know what you're doing. Stop it.
Yeah, but
stop. Come on.
that ruling was a long time ago. They got to make almost 30% for that long period of time.
Jesus.
In gaming news, Polygon, the website just got sold to Valnet, which is the owner of Game Rant. And the editorial staff is hit with layoffs, and so it's like this is another opportunity. I'm not talking about any of the other websites here, but I read all of the gaming news every single week from as many different places as I possibly can. The quality is going down. Like the number of people that are just AI garbage, it's crazy.
The articles are getting a little.
Yeah, there's some better ones. There are some much worse ones. You can tell when there's human beings behind some of them. But this is just another domino that's falling. We're getting to the point where there's going to be a lot of homogenized ChatGPT articles that that say nothing. So again, unrelated to what I'm talking about here, but it's not a good sign when all of these sources keep going away. In actual good news, Borderlands 4 did a deep dive this week, and they actually showed off some pretty cool stuff. So I just want to kind of go through some of the bullet points. There's the game that went over the game's new setting, Cairo. It's a new planet. It's got 4 distinct biomes that you can travel between seamlessly. They revealed the bad guy who's a dictator. He put bolts into people, like control bolts. They said that they're going to do a more grounded tone. You remember how the whole Borderlands 3 comedy was doo-doo garbage?
Yes.
And no one found it funny at all?
A little too much.
Well, they're not going to do that anymore, apparently, so that's pretty good. There's going to be dynamic weather and events, world bosses, and border patrols. You'll have a speeder bike. You can glide around like it's Breath of the Wild. You'll have a grapple hook. There's a bunch of new weapons from
Okay.
So there's 8 manufacturers now, with 3 brand new to the series. Rocket launchers are no longer a gun slot, so you just constantly have one available to you. And they're going to make loot matter again. So rather than shooting a guy and it's a bunch of legendaries, if everything's a legendary, then nothing's a legendary, right? Because so they're changing that. Now, when you get a legendary, it'll be a big deal, and I think that's a step in the right direction. And something that I always appreciate is you'll have the ability to replay entire missions and boss fights. And I think that's great. Like, sometimes you just want to, farm, or you really like something, or you want to try something different.
You're going to play it?
Borderlands? Mm-hmm. I think we are, right?
No, I mean, are you excited to play it? I'm sorry.
I'm more excited to play it for sure. I also like the fact that there's a bunch of co-op options for it, too. So 4-player online multiplayer. Co-op players can also...
We need to look at the 20-minute gameplay video. We'll maybe do a reaction to that just to get up to speed on that.
So, co-op, each player can set their own difficulty that won't impact the other player's difficulty.
I think it's 4 new Vault Hunters, and I'm like, well, why? You're getting attached to some of these other characters, but maybe they want to branch out. They want to do some new stuff.
Me too.
There's some stank on the other. We
didn't think the first reaction was all that great.
Yeah.
But if Alex is saying some of it is looking positive, we'll check. We're obviously going to check it out.
Yeah.
But
I'm not dreading it. And this is something like sometimes you look at. I didn't think Borderlands 3 looked particularly good, but I think co-op options, instanced loot, individual difficulties, and boss replayability. All pretty good stuff. Yeah. I like when companies listen to the fans and been like, hey, that last thing you did was trash. And they don't do that defensive thing where it's, I'm going to push it even harder. So, I think
you're going the exact
You're going wrong direction. All right, Rockstar, big news. They have delayed Grand Theft Auto 6 to 2026.
A lot of people are happy. Like, now we can release our game without being smushed.
Yeah, so a lot of unpuckered buttholes for people trying to release games in fall of this year. So... you've got a full year to wait, because they said they need extra time to deliver the level of quality you can expect and deserve. We are very sorry that this is later than you expected.
Wow, big.
Yeah.
Now everybody's rushing to release their games.
Yeah. And if you were planning on releasing in May, move.
And I think it was Borderlands that actually moved up their release. Let's see. Moved up a week and a half. Probably unrelated to that. Some people think it's related. I don't think it's related.
Well, they're owned by
September 23rd.
They're owned by the same company, right?
September 23rd to September 12th.
Yeah.
2K.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they probably had a little inside information. It's safe. It's safe to release in that thing. What wasn't safe is their stock price. Their investors were really pissed about it, and
they wanted the money now.
They want it now. People are afraid of what's happening in the stock market right now because of stuff that's going on in the world, and so they thought this was a for sure hit, and so people have been putting money into the companies thinking, hey, this is $1 billion game. We're going to get it back. We're going to do all these other things. And what they don't want is their money sitting in a volatile market when you have more than a year to wait for this other thing. So they're looking at other places. But Take-Two has said, hey,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Give us the money back.
We're going to make so much money. And then they're like, they have reiterated its expectations that the company will achieve sequential increases in and record levels of net bookings in fiscal 2026 and 2027. Yeah, but they want the money now, and they don't want to risk their money. So the thing is,
like, smart money, pull your money out, put your money back.
I'll put it back in when you're going to make the money, and I don't need to have it sit and while the stock market is doing well, mostly this and then So there's no point in any of that stuff. So.
You got plenty of time to make a bigger casino.
Child casino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Please don't remind me that that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
How can we make more?
How can we make our casino better?
All of the money. It's all of the money.
Yeah. I want.
We were already making all the money. Is there a way we can make more than that?
Yes. It's like everywhere I go, there's a casino. I just want to go to the grocery store, and there's a casino.
So far, they seem smart enough to keep it out of the single-player story. I mean, it's like a mandate to keep us core gamers interested in buying.
Loss leader.
And, a little loss leader so that when you go online to Grand Theft Auto Online, that's where the real money is being made.
The people who run these companies, they're evil, but they're smart, right? And they're looking at
some of them.
Yeah, some of them. You're absolutely right. Some of them are dumb as shit, and they don't deserve jobs. But there's also people that have been looking at what we talked about at the very beginning, where they're like, you made $5 billion
in 2
in 2 years
with a B
with fucking Monopoly. Monopoly. No one likes Monopoly. Yeah. No one. It is a horrible fucking game.
That's fucking wrong.
Like, I love board games. Monopoly is not in the top 10% of board. It is awful. I'd rather play Candyland than Monopoly. Fuck Monopoly. Even the McDonald's Monopoly thing that was a scam. But they're looking at it and going like, holy shit, all we have to do is come up with an app that everyone's parents are going to throw money into.
Yeah.
But, all right.
So, what the speculation, according to researcher Matthew Ball, what about the price? Okay, we got recent Xbox of bullshit. He says there are some in the market that believe Rockstar and Take-Two could charge $80 or up to $100 for GTA 6. That's where he thinks the range is right now. This could trigger a wave of other developers raising their price as well. Whether or not it happens, open question. As for Ball, he believes the game will launch at $70. Which would be a surprise to me. That's what I originally believed. I was low-key thinking, Rockstar's going to do this big win. It's going to, and that's going to increase even sales even more. And they were already making massive money. And then because it's so approachable and buy it, everybody and their mother is going to buy it at 70. But after Xbox announced their price increase, now I'm a little less confident in that.
Well, yeah.
But as a matter of context and perspective, they say here GTA 4 was priced at $90 in real terms, and GTA 5 costed $83. I guess they're adjusting for inflation. But Ball added, your rent is up, movie tickets have doubled, minimum wage, Spotify, Netflix, bus fare, gas. Indeed, nearly all those categories are up, not just flat in real terms, while games are at lows. He wants to say Rockstar's costs isn't sufficient to set the price, but the argument games should be the only thing to never adjust for inflation is not healthy either, or it's a good argument. I can't believe you made me say those words. Fuck you. I disagree 100% on that.
Yeah, who you were quoting is an absolute imbecile because they're not making their money on the $70 purchase. They own a casino that you put real money in and nothing comes out.
Yes. So, but that's this is researcher Matthew Ball. So, but disagree with him 100%. But here's my opinion on why it could still be $70. What we just said, what we just talked about.
Yep.
GTA Online. They know that's where they make the mass bucks. You're saying lost leader? Exactly. It's a lost leader. It's an entry point. It's almost like you pay me to come in the club, and then once you get in the club, your drinks are $40 each. Yeah. This.
I don't even think it's going to be a lot. They will still make money. It's not like they're losing money selling you GTA. They're just making a very small amount comparatively.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be deluxe and super deluxe, then like shark whale, whale shark, because
they're gonna have a bundle card or bundle thing
where it's like you get the game and you get $300 in free tokens to the whale shark casino. What's it called? It's shark cards. They sell shark cards. Yeah, whale sharks.
Let's see, but I think they're thinking first year sales forecasted at a modest 40 million units. With it going all the way up to 100 million by the end of the year. Basically, $3 billion is what they're expecting to get in its first year alone. About what they're thinking.
Elden Ring just crossed, I think, 30 million sales.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but
pretty good.
They're wanting to do that in less than a year. I mean, they could. It's one of the biggest game brands of all time.
Just for comparison, they earned $1 billion after 72 hours. Back in September 2013. So, and that didn't, I'm not including any GTA Online revenue, which is, like we said, is probably $3 billion to the $1 billion of the Lost Leader.
Well, there's going to be skins day one, and there's going to be, everything.
Yeah, I'm sure they're, with a year extra, they can get all that stuff up front, ready to go, ready to launch. So, yeah, it sucks having to wait a year, but, Again, it gives us time to feature these other games. There's 2 games
There's
in
a lot
particular
of games
that just
coming
cheered,
out right now.
You know, for potential game of the year, you've got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 that probably is cheering. You got Obscura, which is cheering.
Yeah, now it's got a
Expedition
real
33.
chance at game of the year.
These 2 have big chances at game of the year. And looking at the rest of the games that are coming out, I don't know. What else
Ghost
do you
of
think
Yotei.
could potentially Ghost of Yotei this year?
Doom.
What is that, in October or something? Is it this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Doom, I don't know. I think it's going to be good. I have no idea if it's going to be that good. But with that one leaving, there's a little bit of a hole here, you know? So I'm curious who's going to step up.
Madden's coming out. Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, sure.
It's the Madden of this
In
year.
what world?
Just see
A
what
Madden
kind
of this year.
Yeah, it wins NFL Game
What's
of the
going to
Year.
be the key
Marathon?
word for this year?
Yeah, the keyword. What is the
'Cause last
PR
year-
speak for this year? Dune Awakening.
Sapien technology.
Sapien. Oh, no, it's a Sapien, Field Sense.
Field sense.
I can't wait.
Nonsense.
I can't wait for the next nonsense word. Please, EA, make that word good, man. I'm over here waiting for that word. Any predictions?
Shit.
Impresso Tech. I don't fucking know. Amazo Ball.
Did they have done? I see. I'm not familiar enough with the garbage they've done in the last decade, 2 decades. Like, just impact. Something's got to be impact.
Impact.
You feel the impact.
Impactor.
Big hits.
Our new Impactor.
Yeah.
Or Dynamic Sense.
Boom.
Because they're not really going to do much with obviously either of them. Like
No.
they already did the whole presentation. That kind of we've seen it now. Now college football is
All right.
not going to be as great.
We gotta go.
All right.
Let's go.
You had one more.
I have one more. No, I ain't got one more.
Yeah, you do.
But what's the one that I had?
The Fallout 1 and 2 source code we thought was lost.
Oh yes. So this is a good story. We've had a bunch of bad stories. Let's have a good story. So originally, people had thought that Fallout. Legendary Fallout 1 and 2 source code was lost. However, Rebecca Heineman, one of Interplay's founders, kept the receipt. So this is from Tim Kaine, the leader of the original Fallout, was lamenting the loss of the earliest development materials. When he left Interplay, he was told to delete all of his shit, even his notes. And so a lot of that included source code and some of the original Fallout artwork and models that they were scanning for 3D stuff. But thankfully, it turns out that they did some digging, and co-founder and programmer Rebecca Heineman kept copies of the source code for both Fallout 1 and 2. She told Video Gamer. What's her explanation for keeping all of
I
that?
stole these 100%, but it's a good thing I did.
She explained, I asked for the source code and was given a blank stare. I went to the COO's office, and he gave me a cardboard box that looked like it was run over by a truck, and it had some of the sources on floppies. I ended up contacting friends at Electronic Arts to get a copy of the source. We sent them when Wasteland shipped. From then on, she took snapshots of the code for each game she worked on at Interplay, as well as those she ported for Mac Play. So there are a few employees and people who are very meticulous. It's like, if I'm going to work on it, I need to, document this stuff. So I made it a quest to snapshot everything and archive it on CD-ROMs. When I left Interplay in 1995, I had copies of every game we did, no exceptions.
CD-ROMs.
When I did Mac Play,
floppy?
which existed beyond my tenure in Interplay, every game we ported, I snapshotted, and that included Fallout 1 and 2. So they wrote the source code, and we got it. So that's fun. Fun little story there.
All right. Make sure you guys check out our stream on Friday where I'll be torturing OJ and myself. I do all these things, but he is more
It's more fun to watch.
Because it's fucking gross. I don't know.
What do you mean it's gross? Try that candy.
I know.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's him.
No. I'm
You don't
not trying to get. I'm not.
I feel like I'm going to have a whole bunch of them on Friday. I'm good.
All right.
I don't want to.
If you want to see us try the
ruin-
candy, show up on Friday. Okay, show up on Friday. We'll get that done.
Okay.
All right.
Check out our Patreon. Check out our YouTube join, and we appreciate you watching.
What kind of candy? Are you not going to give away what kind of candy?
Open
It's a
it.
Let's not
mystery.
give it a candy. What do you mean open it? We're not going to get.
It's a mystery.
I'm not going to eat it. I'll eat it. I can't smell it.
So it can't taste that bad.
No. I can't smell it. Wait a minute. That doesn't smell right. I don't know what that is. Join us Friday. See you on the next one. Bye, guys.